clumsy sentence and lost the room.
You didn't lose me.
I can handle the noise. You don't have to carry it.
The noise isn't about you anymore. It's about me. Nah, not this time.
It's been over 3 decades since a love story changed the way the world saw romance. Pretty Woman wasn't just a movie, it was magic. It was charm, laughter, heartbreak, and hope all wrapped into one unforgettable journey. Now, in 2025, that story continues, in a world that's faster, colder, and far less forgiving. But sometimes, even in the chaos of modern life, love finds its way back. Welcome to Pretty Woman 2, the next chapter. The trailer opens with the soft hum of a city morning, Los Angeles, shimmering in golden light. The camera pans across familiar streets, now busier, filled with cars, noise, and dreams. A voice speaks softly, "Fairy tales don't end, they just wait for the next page." We see Vivian Ward, older, wiser, still carrying that sparkle in her eyes that once melted hearts around the world. She's not the same girl who wore that red dress and stole every scene. She's built her own life, found her own strength, and learned that happily ever after isn't always simple. Then, a familiar face returns, Edward Lewis. The successful businessman who once saved Vivian's world now finds himself lost in his own. The years have been kind but complicated. His empire is larger than ever, but his heart, still searching. The trailer cuts between old photos, flashbacks from their past, that unforgettable hotel balcony, that laughter, that dance, and present-day silence. The narrator says, "What happens when the one who changed your life walks back into it?" A soft piano melody begins. Vivian is running a charity foundation now, helping young women rise above struggle, inspired by her own past. But one evening, at a gala event, she sees him, Edward, standing across the room, holding a glass, watching her like time never moved. Their eyes meet. The music stops. And for a second, the world feels just like it used to. The trailer shifts to their new reality. They've changed, both scarred and shaped by time. Vivian has learned to live without needing to be rescued. Edward has realized that money can't fill the spaces love once did. But fate has a strange way of bringing two hearts back to the same rhythm. They're drawn together again, not by chance, but by something deeper. Yet this time, love isn't the only challenge. As the narrator says, every love story has a second act, but not every heart gets a second chance. The music rises, strings building softly as glimpses of conflict flash across the screen. Vivian facing the pressures of her foundation, Edward fighting against corporate corruption threatening his company's legacy. There's tension, emotion, and that same old chemistry. The kind that makes you believe in love again. Julia Roberts and Richard Gere step back into their iconic roles with grace and power. We see laughter between them, awkward first meetings, old arguments reborn, but also forgiveness, growth, and rediscovery. A scene plays of Edward saying quietly, "You were always my reason to be better." Vivian smiles and replies, "And you were the reason I stopped doubting I could be." The music swells. New faces join the story, their grown daughter, Grace Lewis, played by an exciting young star, trying to find her own identity while living under the shadow of her parents' history. Her journey becomes the bridge between old love and new dreams. Through her, we see how the lessons of the past can heal the wounds of the present. The tone of the trailer becomes brighter now, laughter, sunlit streets, and echoes of the original theme, "Oh, Pretty Woman," playing softly in the background. Vivian walks through Rodeo Drive again, smiling at shopkeepers who remember her. The iconic red dress appears once more, but this time, it's on a mannequin in a display window. Vivian pauses, looks at it, and smiles. It's a symbol of how far she's come, and how she no longer needs to be saved. As the music crescendos, we see Edward chasing after her through the rain, just like he once did, but this time not to rescue her, only to walk beside her. The voiceover says, "Love doesn't always come once in a lifetime. Sometimes, it comes back, when you're finally ready." Their hands meet, lightning flashes behind them, and the camera pans upward into the city lights. The narrator's voice grows soft but powerful. "They taught us that fairy tales can happen in real life. Now, they remind us that real life can still have fairy tales." The final moments flash fast, dancing under lights, laughter over dinner, tears of reconciliation, and Edward whispering, "You were never the one who needed saving, Vivian. It was always me." The screen fades to black. The music fades into silence, replaced by one final line from the narrator. "This spring, love returns, stronger than ever." The logo appears, shimmering gold letters slowly forming on screen. Clapperboard Pretty Woman 2, the next chapter. Then, a final laugh, Vivian's, warm and familiar, echoing softly as the trailer fades out.